It's been a while since I've been in this position, huh? Usually when y'all see me sitting in this spot, it means that, I don't know, I'm at a point where I have a dilemma and I don't have the answers. And everything that's happening right now doesn't make shit any better. I think I was 11 years old when I started to realize just how cruel and cold this world is. That was one of the worst times of my life. Because that year, I lost my grandmother. And that was also the year that I started middle school. And I hated every moment of that experience. Because that was the year when I started, getting bullied all the time. And everything I went through throughout those years, I internalized it. And it's made me very reclusive. It's turned me into a loner. Like, people really have no idea, like, just how detrimental a lot of their actions are to the people around them. And sometimes it'll come from the people that you love the most, or the ones that say they love you the most. Around this time last year, I found myself slowly starting to, get back to a point where, I was enjoying life again. I was happy. I was, starting to take better care of myself, health-wise. Because I had someone, who was helping me through that. And it's crazy how that same person is the one who plunged me right back into the darkness. Because that person had things from their past that they kept bottled up that they just couldn't be real with themselves about. That's one thing about me. I don't hide behind no mask. I ain't never been that type. Even if I tried, like, it's still written all over my face. What is it gonna take to interrupt this pattern of dysfunction and just confusion? Like, why is it so hard to be kind and compassionate towards a fellow man? Even if you disagree with, people's ways or people's lifestyles, like, you can still, have some compassion. You can still, just be kind to people. That's one thing about me. I mean, I've always had a pretty big heart, and I've always, tried to be as kind and as nice towards people as much as I could, but once people started, spewing their darkness into me, now I'm spewing that same darkness towards, you know, other people who sometimes never did nothing to me. Usually, like, if I get reckless with somebody, usually they deserved it, but, I have my days when when I take my anger out on people who didn't do nothing to me. And I hate that I do that. But where I've been at lately, I've been so fucked up. This is probably the worst I've felt in my entire life, as far as I can remember. A lot of people that know me know that, I've been, straight edge for my whole life. All my life I was an avid non-smoker and non-drinker, and I started smoking weed in May because I was just so down, and I didn't know what else to do at that point. I turned 30 in June. I'm starting to realize that the reason why I'm so hard on myself is because of a lot of ideals that I've been bred to follow. I constantly find myself comparing, my life to people that I look up to, people that, people that I wanted to be like. Even when I work my ass off, even when I, go out there and I put in the work for what I want, somehow I always come back empty handed. I think that's part of the problem. I think that's why a lot of people, probably have mental issues because of the lies that they've been bred to believe from a young age. It's like I just feel like I should be further along than where I am, and I'm not. So every day, it's like I'm trapped at a job that I hate with every fiber of my being. In these past few years, I actually have been putting in work. I actually have been, trying to make moves to, put myself in a position where I don't have to, work these whack ass 9 to 5s no more. But it's like nothing ever goes my way. And then this year, I had a solid game plan for how I was gonna make this work, and then COVID-19 happened, fucked up everything. It's like I can't win for losing, and then the whole time I'm losing on my own shit. I'm steady trying to help other people with their shit. And it's like I'm watching everybody else around me thrive. I'm watching everybody else around me enjoy their lives. And, be successful, and then look where I'm at. So I was like so deep into some shit earlier this year that I damn near had an anxiety attack one time. Because I was helping somebody with something and they didn't have nobody else looking out for them. Literally, it was just me. And it's like I had to carry the weight of all their bullshit when it really wasn't even my responsibility. When I didn't even owe this person anything. But me, being super loyal to, the people around me, it's like I find myself putting up with people's bullshit when I really shouldn't. I hear people say that, a lot of times they would have been better off if they had just been an asshole from the gate. And I didn't do that. Because that's just not in my heart. I keep seeing this meme floating around that says something like, when you do right by people, you'll always win in the long run. But if that's true, then why the fuck do I keep losing? Like, why am I the one that's always getting the short end of the stick? Why am I the one that's still, why am I the one that's always getting left for dead while everybody else around me goes off and gets to be prosperous? Honestly, sometimes I hate the fact that I have such a big heart. I hate the fact that I'm so compassionate. Like, why the fuck should I be compassionate to people who don't have no compassion towards me? People that don't even give a fuck about me at all. I'm out here, stressing myself out behind everybody else's bullshit. Meanwhile, I got my own bullshit to deal with. I just wish people would be a little more considerate. I wish people didn't have their heads so far up their asses that they don't see what they do to people around them. That they don't see the negative effects on the people that's, trying to help them, live good. I don't know, man. I just don't have the patience for this shit anymore. Maybe I just need to stop giving a fuck about other people and just start being selfish. I mean, it's not like anybody else really looks out for me like that. People just fake like they're looking out for me. Acting like they're helping me. They just helping me help them. And people wonder why I stay to myself. Why I don't like to go out. Why I don't kick it. I'll kick it with a handful of people. But, it's not like I talk to motherfuckers every day. A lot of times, I'm here, ducked off, doing me. It's like I don't want to have that selfish attitude. It's like I hate people who are full of themselves. I hate selfish, inconsiderate people. So it's like for me to sit here and consider even being one, it's like I contradict myself, but it's like what has looking out for everybody else, what has doing right by everybody else gotten me? It's like you go above and beyond for these people and they turn around and spit in your face. So it's like, why should I give a fuck? Why should I give a fuck about them when they don't give a fuck about me? But even when I try, it's like I can't do it. I can't be cold hearted. I can't be a fucking asshole all the time unless it's towards somebody who deserves it. But then, even then, the people deserve it. It's like I know it's still not right for me to have that mindset. I'm just tired of people taking advantage of me and abusing me. When all I've ever tried to do was, do the right thing. And yeah, I've made mistakes in my lifetime. I've done some fucked up shit. And I own that. But I'm trying to be a better person. I try to be a good person every day, but it's like people don't want to see that. It's like people just love provoking me. People want to see the dark side come out. And I try so hard not to let that side of me come out because that side of me, I be scaring myself, honestly. Y'all tell me what y'all think I should do about this. But, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Drop a like. Drop a dislike if you ain't feeling it. Tell your friends. I know y'all tired of hearing me say I got new music coming, but it's coming, man. I just got people, just giving me the run around, beating around the bush and shit. But it's coming at some point. So stay tuned. I'm out.